Lock it in. Don't leave us. You can stick with us all night. The coverage will continue at 8 p.m. with the Auto Trader pregame show. That's immediately following us here on The Warm-Up. All right, we're so glad you guys are here. I'm Stephanie Reddy. Gary Payton's here. Brendan Haywood is here. And we've got something for you. Brendan Haywood is going to share with us his top 5 teams in the NBA.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. I gotta compliment Stephanie on don't even read a prompter and hit that stuff like that. Yeah. You're the best.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
Gary.
Pretty good.
Now,
you're good.
What a good teammate.
You're good.
And she's going to help me with these top 5 teams. We're going.
Yes.
So why they giving you a top 5?
Hey.
Well,
Where was I at?
You were in New
That's
York.
because you weren't at the meeting.
Out
Now,
of town.
that's why I get it. You want a top 5 show for the meeting?
Nah, my bad. My bad.
But now,
right,
GP,
Brendan.
this is my top 5 right now. Not my top 5 for the full season, but just right now. Who's playing
starting
well
Right now. Okay, tell me, because I
Starting
was
with
just
number 5.
Number 5, we have the Toronto Raptors. This team has won 4 games in a row. They're finally getting healthy. Spicy P, Pascal Siakam is back. He has played incredible basketball. They got Van Vliet back. I just love how this team plays. They have championship pedigree. Serge Ibaka filled in excellently when he had to start for Marc Gasol. And now that they have all their pieces back, I think they are a force to be reckoned with. And Pascal Siakam has proven that he is able to take the step up from role player to superstar. Done a great job this season.
I'm gonna see what your next 4 is.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's see.
Ready?
Let's do that.
Number 4.
Number 4, the Denver Nuggets. This young team is probably the most slept-on team in the league. All they do is last year they finished number 2 in the standings. This year they're right back up there. They bounce between 2 and 3 all the time, but they have a good young team. They're stepping their game up right now. I think the Joker was a little out of shape to start the season off, but guess what? He's played his way into shape. As he's played better, this team has been better. And there's an X factor. There's a kid, Michael Porter Jr., who has been coming off the bench, giving them excellent production. This guy would have been a top 3 selection had he not hurt his back in college. So right now, I think as he's playing better, this team is also playing better. Watch out for the Denver Nuggets.
And they got a diamond in the rough with Porter. You know, when he slept that far. I think this team is really good because both of them are playing very well, him and the Joker, because they are hurt. Murray and a lot of other guys. They're going to have to make a decision on who they're going to trade and who they're going to get rid of because these guys have a lot of pieces, but they are trying to put it together now.
All right, now, Brendan Haywood, your 3rd best team.
Number 3, help me out there, Steph. That's right, the Los Angeles Clippers. We know what this team is. They're a very dynamic team. They have Robot Jordan and Kawhi Leonard, but they also have that guy right there, Lou Williams. They have Paul George. They have so many guys that are two-way players, Montrezl Harrell. You have Pat Beverly. So I love the fact that this team can win in a bunch of different styles. They can beat you in an offensive game or a defensive game. The reason that I have them at number 3 and not a little higher up is because of continuity. Earlier in the season, we had the low management situation. Right now, Paul George a little banged up. When this team gets a chance to be together for about 15 to 20 strong games, they could possibly surge up my list. But right now, I got them at number 3. You rolling with that, G?
I'm not going to ride with you on that one. I think that they should be flipped to number 2.
Right? We talking about right now?
Right now, I think so. Because when I looked at the Lakers yesterday and when they played and the energy that they came out with Boston, I don't like that energy. You know, when
Did you see the other 9 games before that?
I did, but when AD came back, when you're playing against a top elite team like the Boston Celtics and thing, you have to win against them games. I get they're playing very well against under 500 teams, but when you play a Boston team that was been struggling and up and down, and then all of a sudden you bring your other superstar back and he doesn't get involved with the game, and then your star, LeBron, doesn't get involved with the game, it doesn't work for me. That's not a team that's really going to right now. I think they're going to be okay, but you can't do that to go in Boston and lay an egg like they did yesterday.
Well, I'm very curious to see who Brendan Haywood has chosen for his number 2 team.
I disagree with GP. We argue and we butt heads a lot, but number 2, I have the Los Angeles Lakers.
See, I would have flipped them.
Yeah,
I would have had them flip.
I can't flip them, GP, because guess what? The Lakers are the best team in the Western Conference right now. Before they lost that game against Boston,
record-wise,
before they lost that game against Boston, you're talking about they had won, I think, 9 or 10 games in a row. LeBron James, possibly the MVP. They've won games where LeBron James and Anthony Davis didn't play. They've won a bunch of games with Anthony Davis out. This team brings a lot of versatility, and I love their defense. Inside, they have bigs that are out there blocking shots. JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, unsung heroes for this team. They really anchor the paint. And we know what Anthony Davis does from a defensive standpoint as well. I like the offense because defense travels, and their defense right now is on the East Coast. And watch what they do to the Knicks in Brooklyn these next couple of nights.
Well, the Knicks is a team that's down anyway. They should beat this team. But I just say when they match up, these two teams match up, this team is already dominant because their players come to play. And I say that. And I can't get it when you have McGee and Dwight Howard. They're playing very well. But then when your superstar, when the defense breaks down, he's looking at people and looking at them bad. I can't get that. I don't do that. I wouldn't want that to happen. And I think the guy, Kawhi, is that one factor that's going to put him over the top because he plays very well against LeBron all the time. And I'm still saying LeBron is, to me, is the best basketball player. I still say that. But I say this kid right here and their team is a little bit, I don't know how they're going to match up together if they get together in a series. But I think this team right here has the most upside because they got the most players that can score the basketball.
Check this out. You're doing a lot of talking. We're going to get together.
Hey, man,
we're going to do
You always want to talk, man. I'm going to turn my back.
We're going to bring GP's list. We're going to do GP's list next week. This is my list in number one.
It is. But before we get to that, I just have to tell you, because our crack stat guy, Justin, helped us out with this. To Gary's point, the Lakers are 0-5 against the Bucks, Clippers, Raptors, and Celtics.
Oh, I know.
This season.
I wasn't going to say that because I didn't want to talk and get his top 5 list messed
just to
up.
keep us all honest
Hey, Justin,
here.
stop trying to make my list look bad.
Hey, Justin, I knew you was going to come with it.
Hey, listen, stop trying to confuse the fans with the stats.
This is Brendan Haywood's list.
Number one, the Milwaukee Bucks. When you look at what they're doing, they have possibly the guy that I think is going to be the MVP in Giannis. They're one of the top teams in offensive and defensive efficiency. They have a lock on the Eastern Conference. I mean a lock. No one in the East is even close to these guys. I thought Philly might be able to compete, but I can't see it. And when you look at how Giannis is playing, he's playing even better than he played last year. I thought maybe the loss of Malcolm Brogdon might slow this team down. And Malcolm Brogdon is a great player. He's doing great in Indiana, but it hasn't slowed the Pacers down at all. Bledsoe has played well as of late. He's had a couple of really good games, but this team is all about the Greek Freak. They're all about Chris Middleton as well. He comes in, gives them a secondary score. But when you watch this team, offensively, the ball moves around a lot. Greek Freak gets guys involved. Defensively, everybody knows their role. And when you have a team that can be top 5 in offensive and defensive efficiency, you're looking at a very, very good ball club. And then they have a guy that's going to be the MVP again. You heard it here first, GP. Even you can't argue with this team number one right now.
I can't argue with this at all. I think this is the best basketball team in basketball. I think the reason they're the best team in basketball because they all know their role. That's the thing that they have. They know they have a superstar. And they know they have a second Robin. And the second Robin is playing very well in Middleton. He's playing. And then all the other guys come along. The Bledsoes, the Hills, they all come along. The Lopez's, they come along. They come with the territory. Even they got the shooter.
Ilyasova?
Yeah, they got him playing the way they're supposed to play. And even when Greek the Freak doesn't play, they still play the same type of basketball, and they win basketball games without him. So this is a team that I think is well put together. They are all on the same page, and they know that they can win basketball games without their star. And when he comes, it just makes it even better because they start winning by 15, 16, 17 points.
Right.
And when they start blowing people out, they get rest. They bring the other guys in who can get there and show them what they're going to do for them in the playoffs if anybody gets in foul trouble.
Right.
And they beat everybody. Right. They don't just beat the under 500. They beat the plus 500s. So this is a basketball team that I think is going to be really high and difficult to beat. And I think they got a good chance to win the championship.
But basically, overall, you like my list. You basically would just
I love your list.
I love your list. I'll just flip-flop these two right now. I would. That's all I would. It's a great list because these are the top 5. The Heat, I think, should be in here somewhere. They could be probably here because they're playing very good basketball too. That young team,
very impressive.
19-1 at home. I cannot tell them that they shouldn't be here.
But the Heat gonna have to do better on the road. That young team struggles on the road.
Yeah, they do.
When they play better on the road, I give them my top 5. But we'll do GP's list next week.
Okay,
Yes.
We'll do
I got
GP's list next
It
week.
is the B list, top 5 teams.
That's right.
We gonna have
goodness.
a glove list.
Look at the monitor. Thank you,
Vanna
guys.
Ready. I see you,
Hey,
Vanna.
Vanna White had a long career, and it's still going.
And she's still doing her
kudos
thing.
to that. And she's hosting now, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Did that make me say Jack?
No, absolutely not.
Man, you are so disrespectful.
Lou Williams coming off the bench.
I'm making sure you don't get no
buckets.
list next year.
Last game, he had 32 points.
We're going to do the Haywood list one more game.